friends, this is Martin Gresco. I am the Piano Pro, and I'm doing a follow-up video that to Merle Haggard's I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink. Did this video several weeks ago. I thought I'd follow up and teach you some of the licks that I did in this particular video, and also explain some of the theory. Don't let that scare you away. You're going to appreciate it because it will teach you more than just how to play these licks, but it'll give you some tools that you need to play this style of piano. I call it rowdy country piano. You hear the style in southern rock music. It's just kind of a fusion of some different styles, a little gospel, a little country, a little rock, kind of all mashed together. So let's get right to it. In the very beginning, there's a guitar power chord in measure 1. All I did was play an octave A in my left hand, and then in my right hand, I played an A and an E. I don't even think the piano plays on the original recording. The next measure is the beginning of the first phrase, or you could call that phrase a verse, depending on how you want to break it up. But it's a D chord. That's an F sharp on the bottom, an A, with a D on top. That is a D chord in what is called the first inversion. Root position puts the D on the bottom, D, F sharp, A, and if you take this D and put it on top, now you have the first inversion. So it's D first inversion. We hold that for 3 beats, and the actual lick happens on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, I want to play that for you a couple of times slowly so you can see what I did. It is the interval of a fourth. That's one of the reasons this music and the piano sounds so primal, so elemental, so powerful, is because of the intervals. There are 2 particular intervals that will create that sound for you, and the fourth is one of them. A fourth is from B to E, and then we have a C natural, then a G added with the C, and then a D and an A. So we have, it's a real open and powerful sound. And then we throw in the C between the fourths. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So the whole first lick. Then we come back to an A chord, actually an A7 chord, and we're going to play the fourth again, this time an E with an A over it. And I'm going to hammer on. This is also called slip note or bent note style, taking the D sharp and playing up to the E. Just quick, just kind of slamming it that way. Notice that my pinky is on the A. And when you're playing this particular style, a lot of times your pinky in your right hand is used to harmonize the licks that you'll be playing with your thumb, your second finger, and your third finger. And it just harmonizes and it creates a nice sound. All right, so the second lick starts on beat 3, and let me play it for you. 1, 2. All right, now let's slow that down and see what's going on. We started with the E and the A, hammering on from the D sharp. Next we have a D natural. Now we're going to hammer on again, only we're going down from the D sharp to the D. So the first time we went up, second time we're going down. So we have, then we have C and A, C natural, A, and we end on a very powerful fifth, which is an A and an E, and I hammer on, and you can either use G natural or G sharp. I personally prefer G sharp. There is no wrong answer here. You can hardly hear the difference as it's going by. I can hear it, and my ear just prefers that G natural. So the lick is, and let me start it slower, I'll play it for you a couple of times. So you have 1, 2. Let's do that again. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Third lick is an F sharp, a G and a G sharp, and an E. And when you play the G sharp, you're going to hold it so that you're creating that little harmony there. And then you have some thirds, which is a B and a D, and you're going to hammer on from the A sharp. Then you have an A and a C sharp, and then you're going to have a G sharp and a B with a hammering on from an F sharp. So the lick without the slip note is this: 2, 3. Now I'm going to add the 2 slip notes that I put in there. 2, 3. See, it gives it a little more character, a little more attitude. All right, and then finally, the fourth lick of that first phrase comes in right as you're about to begin beat 3. Starts on a D natural. Have an E and a G, again hammering. You notice a theme happening here. Hammering on slip note from the D sharp to the E. You got a G. Your pinky's going to hang on to that G. You'll need it for the other the harmony for the other parts of the lick. So you have a D, then you have E and G, then D and G, then C and G, C natural. Then the C will go sharp, and then you hit an A. So let me do that slowly if I can, so you can get a feel for that. 1, 2. I'll do it a couple of more times. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. All right, let me play just that much. All 4 of those licks. The very first part of the verse as the song begins. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Did that without the band behind me so you could just hear exactly what the piano is doing. Let me talk very quickly about what makes this sound this way, and I'll come back. I promise I'll do another video to show you what was happening during the piano solo and maybe some of the other licks. What is making it sound this way is we're taking an A major scale, which is A, B, there's a C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. There are 3 black keys: C sharp, F sharp, G sharp. And then what you do is you flatten the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th tones of the scale using those as part of what you're playing. Excuse me. You have A, B, flat that 3rd, C, D, flat the 5th, which is an E flat or a D sharp, E, actually it is an E flat. Theoretically speaking, a D sharp and an E flat are the same thing. How do you know what to call them? A lot of times it depends on the direction of the passage you're playing, and there's some other factors. Won't get into that in this video. I'm sorry I brought it up. But I often will refer to a note that's inharmonic when you can refer to that as a D sharp or an E flat. The main thing is that you play the right note, even if you don't get it labeled technically or theoretically perfectly. So you're going to have that flat 3rd, the flat 5th, there's a 6, and then 7 is going to be flat as well, which is G instead of G sharp, which falls in the scale. So you have it's a blues scale. It's a blues kind of a thing. That's part of what gives this type of playing its flavor, its character, is using the blues scale. The second thing that's happening is I'm doing a lot of the slip note or the hammering on. That gives it that character as well. And then the third component has to do with the two intervals that keep appearing that give it more power, a more primal sound. The first one is the fourth that we started the song with. That's the fourth. Do you remember Hank Williams Jr. song, All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight? The intro kind of starts with this cool piano thing. That is the fourth. That creates a very earthy, tough sound. There's an interval, though, that's even more primal and earthy than the fourth, and that's the fifth. All right. And that is from an A to an E. And that ended the lick in the second lick, remember? Oftentimes, guitar players will play a power chord on the guitar, and basically they're leaving out the third, and they'll play this. It's really, really strong. I use it a lot when I'm playing, well, I use it a lot in gospel music as well. I use that fifth. So it gives that, I don't know, it's really fun. Throw in some rhythmic stuff, playing the interval of the fifth. But you'll hear it like, for example, a good little rock pattern. So you hear the fifth and how powerful that is. So those three things, the intervals, the hammering on, and doing it all on the blues scale, are what gives this kind of a piano its character. And you'll hear it a lot of Merle Haggard songs, Hank Williams Jr., a lot of the stuff where they did use piano in the old outlaw music of the 80s, Tom Paul Glaser, Waylon Jennings. There wasn't tons of piano there, but when there was, it was more of this character. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. Otherwise, it'll just get to lasting forever and ever. So here's my promise to you. I'm going to follow up with another video where I show you a few more of the licks, and we will get to the solo that the piano player does in this Merle Haggard. I think I'll just stay here and drink because that's a lot of fun. If you haven't gotten the free transcript, would you please click the link below? It was the link was also with the other video where I did the cover of this song, but I want to make sure you have it, because even if you don't read music, I think if you can see this in front of you, maybe it'll help give a point of reference for you. So just click that link below, send the transcript right to you for free. God bless you. Listen, I appreciate you watching. I enjoy doing these videos. I hope you enjoy seeing them. So stay tuned, and we will do Rowdy Country Piano Part 3 coming up very soon.